Hello everyone and welcome back. And this will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Aries for the week of October 27th. And happy Halloween everyone. And at this time I would like to give a very special thank you to each and every one of you out there who have been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed, and for sharing with others, as well as all the thumbs up on all the videos that you've watched, and of course the hypes doing that as well. Thank you. And of course all the lovely comments. I really do like to read them, and it's nice to know that people are, understanding them and they're vibrating with them. It's so nice to see that people actually are understanding them and liking them. So, thank you. All right. So the Ten of Swords. So you've managed now to release yourself from somebody who no longer serves you. Somebody that's just not the same as you. You're tired of their betrayals. You definitely understand that, you don't like it. But recently something has happened that has really sent you, over the edge. It was unnecessary, and you're done. You're done with this person. And it doesn't matter if it's a friend or a relative or another half to you. This person really hurt you. They betrayed you for the last time. You're understanding that you're not accepting that anymore. This was like the last straw. So you're letting this person out of your life, picking yourself back up, taking the swords out of your back, realizing they're done. You're walking away from this. You won't have anything more to do with that person. You're much wiser than you anticipated. You can see, if somebody's coming back at you for whatever reasons, with some sort of bad intentions at all, you're having none of it. So you're healing yourself when you take those swords out. Yeah, stepping out of the shadows. No longer overthinking, worrying, stressing, wondering why. In some cases this has happened. Could you have done something better? Could something have changed? It's not you. And you're realizing that this is you overanalyzing something that you cannot change in another human being. So you're learning to set those stress, worries, and thoughts that are overdoing in your mind and letting them go. No longer doubting yourself that what you've seen is what you've seen, sort of thing. So you're realizing you're stepping into your power, following your instincts, no longer allowing yourself, time to even think about that other person as well as what has happened. Nine of Cups. Well, that's the fruits of your own labor. You are definitely a very hard worker. When you decide to do something, you give it your all. To others, it may look like you do it effortlessly, but, you definitely work for what you have. This is a dream come true, a wish fulfillment, and you're feeling very emotionally satisfied with it. You're finally not only feeling stable in your life and your surroundings more, but you're also realizing you can buy those little things that you like so much and have wanted for a long time. No longer, penny pinching. You can splurge a little bit without worrying about it. And the High Priestess, yeah, you got the blessings of the universe there. They're watching over you. They're making sure you're doing the right things, and you are. So you get more blessings, better people, better qualities in your life. And you're more comfortable with your choices this week than you have been in quite some time. And it's taken you a lot to admit that to yourself, let alone to the rest of the world. Everybody else can see it quite clearly. But, this is you trusting yourself for your future. So you're not putting limitations on yourself this week. You're actually doing something that you enjoy. So that's really nice to see. The Queen of Cups, yeah. Laying the law down, saying how it is, making fair judgments with others, but you are definitely finding not only you're more independent for yourself, you're telling others that, I'm no longer accepting something, bad behavior, the way they talk to you, or whatever it happens to be. But you're communicating that very clear, that this is enough. This up over here, what I was talking about earlier from that betrayal, you're realizing that that is never going to happen again to you. So you're definitely realizing where your boundaries are, what you expect from others, and what you're willing to accept. And the Five of Swords, yeah. Walking away from people that no longer serve you, and no longer making excuses for them either. You're not accepting their bad behavior. You have your disagreements, your conflicts, but you're not willing to win at all costs. You'd sooner just walk away from people that don't have your best interests at heart. No more bullying, no more threatening, in any relationship in your life. You want your life and your home to be just peaceful, the way you have always wanted it to be. Now you're making it so. If there's people out there that's not quite, not causing so much chaos, they can stay. If they are, you're walking away. You're making it very clear that, there's topics that you don't want to talk about, stuff like that. But you're making your point, and that very strong to the rest of the world. Ooh, the new Magician. New, putting up boundaries, taking action here. You manifested something. You wanted this for a long time. And you now have the self-confidence and the clarity and the willpower to follow through. So once you decide to make those steps of where the boundaries are and not in your life this week, you're going to make sure that all people that come near you, whether it's your job, your home, your family, whatever, is in turn, they're on the same wave as what you're expecting. But there's something that you're bringing into your future this week. You don't quite see it yet, but it is coming. Ooh, Chariot. Definitely driven to change, move forward, get going on something. You want to change so much in your life this week. It's quite incredible to watch, but it's going to be a beauty at the end, I'll tell you. But you're making progress. You're taking action because you just not only now have the willpower and control, you have more determination than you have had in a long time. And yeah, sometimes that takes courage to achieve that. But you're not giving up or giving in. You're realizing you want this change just as well as anything else. And it's your turn and it's your time to change it. So you're taking charge here of your whole shift for your future. And you're not afraid of it. You want to get going on this. It's like you have a little bug in your butt. And you just want to hurry up. Get this change. Start this new beginning in your life. And sky's the limit. You're going forward with something. You're realizing that things are about to change. You have definitely brought it to a head. And you're feeling empowered about this. So that's really, really wonderful for you. Yeah, look at that. You want your independence. 9 of Pentacles. Not only your independence, but your reassurance. Knowing you can stand on your own 2 feet without help from anybody. Which makes you, again, feel more stronger and in power. So you're in a place of not only harmony for yourself, but knowing your inner and outer strengths. And other people can't handle that sort of person sometimes. They are always looking for somebody who's vulnerable, but then they don't want them around, that sort of thing. And you are not having any of that anymore. You have a whole different way of moving forward. You know, these are the fruits of your labor. You're awarding yourself. Maybe some of you have wanted to take trips for a while and just never really did it. Well, now not only can you financially do it, you're taking action on it. You know, and if you have to go alone, you're willing to do so. You don't want to, but you'll do it because there's places you want to venture to, see things. And you're going to do it because you're driven to answer your own dream. So that's your self-independence and alliance. And the Page of Cups. Ooh. Well, there's something on the offering table here. There's not only new opportunities, but this could be a new love coming in. But there's good news coming, and it's a happy surprise. You're going to hear from somebody, and it's going to give you back that younger spirit. You know, more courageous, more adventurous, more things happening in your life. And it's positive moving forward. And you are enjoying this. You really are enjoying this. But wow, you definitely come out of the shadows here, stepping into your power and moving forward this week on your dreams. The Queen of Pentacles, yeah, making sure that you have finances for your future, making sure that you've made good investments. And investing in yourself and your health is a big investment as well. But you're comfortable this week. You know, you've really taken a look at the land around you and realized that you're okay. You're doing okay. And you can admit that finally. And from the fruits of your own hard work, you're doing quite well. You've invested your money. Your life is going much smoother. If you decide you want to go out for dinner, you do. If you want to buy something or whatever it happens to be that you want to do, you do it from a comfortable position. And you're not stressing and worrying about anything because you're realizing you definitely not only can take care of yourself, but you have enough to do that. And the Ace of Swords, yeah. I love the clarity that you have this week. You have really put up your boundaries to the universe and everybody in it. Because this is a new opportunity and you're not going to miss it. That's what you're telling yourself. This is your breakthrough, the new ideas, the creativity. And you are knowing it's going to be successful. So this is new opportunities coming in. And you are just at the beginning of it. You've already told everybody who's involved what's expected of it. And if it's not going to go that way, you'll take your, business, your opportunity, whatever it happens to be, in a new direction with confidence. Because you know you can do it on your own if you want to from here on out. And the Page of Swords, yeah, look at those boundaries. You are really determined to get your point across of how people are going to treat you with respect. That seems to be one of your biggest driving forces. Maybe somebody has said something lately and you're not going to have that repeat again. So you're trusting in the knowledge. You have a new way of definitely communicating with others. To some, it may feel more ruthless. To yourself, it's comforting. Because when you get moving on these new projects, you're not going to second guess them or worry that you're on the right path. You're driven to succeed. You're taking the action and the steps going forward. And no prisoners. If they don't like how you are, well, find somebody else. Now, in all realms, friendships, home, even relatives, you're just not having any of it anymore. So good on you for, standing in your power. But it looks like, this betrayal up over here, back there, is what has begun your whole new journey for yourself. You've thought about it, you've understood where you're at, and you're making a commitment to yourself. All right, the Oracle card, the grace and the inner strength needed to overcome challenges. The power of kindness and forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. Very true. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will definitely talk to you again next week. Bye for now.